with Jason Bermas. And we now have Luke and Anthony both on the line. Luke, how are you, sir?
Hey, thanks for having me. I'm great. I'm doing a live feed right now on wearechange.org. I'm happy to be free, and I'm just happy to be out here and not in that doomed cellar that I was in a couple hours ago.
Yeah, when did you actually get out of there?
We actually got out of Central Bookings late Sunday night. Sunday night we actually got out of Central Bookings, and that's when we tried to go to the police station right afterwards, and we were denied our cameras and our footage of what happened on that day.
All right, so why don't you just take us right to Friday? Right, Friday, this is when this all took place, correct? Or was it Saturday?
Saturday.
Saturday, that's right. I'm sorry, I lost track of the weekend because of this whole Tarpley thing, running around the airports trying to get them. So we didn't get, that's right, we were supposed to get Tarpley on Friday. We didn't get him until Saturday. That's when we found out about this. So Saturday night, take us back to before you even get into the hotel. What happens?
Saturday night, we had a meeting with We Are Change members talking about this specific Bloomberg event, which was open to the press. And I remember doing other press events at the hotel that Bloomberg was doing his event, that one that was coming up. And I was just pretty much preparing everybody for so we could go ask him some questions, and we could ask him about why he just cut 5,000 unemployment benefits and workplace benefits for over 5,000 first responders. He just did that within a couple of days. We all came together as one, and we all went to the hotel, and where we were going to confront him. We walked in the lobby. I walked in the lobby, and we all kind of split up. We went over different directions. We went all around the hotel, and I actually walked to the event, to the main entrance on the 3rd floor. I walked up the escalators, and as soon as I got up to the 3rd floor, one of Bloomberg's personal security guards that I'm used to working with, that knows my name firsthand without me even knowing him or ever meeting him, came up to me and he was like, "Luke, you can't do this. Come with me right now." I was like, "You know what, whatever, I'll listen to you." He said he's police intelligence. So I walked down with him down the escalators, and I was explaining to him everything that has been happening with Bloomberg within the last couple of months and all the promises he promised the first responders if we left them alone. And as I was talking to him, I was explaining everything to him. We got down to the basement floor, and he got other security guards who were down there already waiting for me down there. And he was just keep an eye on him, make sure he stays here. I'm like, "I want to leave. Can I go? Am I free to go, sir?" He was like, "No, you're being detained. You stay here right now." I was like, "What's the probable cause? What am I being detained for?" And he was like, "Don't worry about it. You stay here right now." And he had other security guards when he was running around. Got a whole bunch of police officers, got a whole bunch of security officers. I was there for about a half an hour, literally for about a half an hour. I have witnesses coming up to me from people who in our group came up to me. They were kicked out. They were like, "Get out of here." Kicked out other people of We Are Change whenever they tried to come close to me. And then within a half an hour's notice, the same officer comes back. And he's like, "Luke, sorry, you're going to have to take your camera." A whole bunch of police officers came after him, and they handcuffed me. And I was like, "What are you guys doing? I was never told to leave. What am I being charged with?" And he said, "Criminal trespassing. We asked you to leave." I'm like, "You just told me that you're detaining me. You just told me to stay here and wait for you as you're running around this damn building." And they literally just put handcuffs on me really, really tight and escorted me to the back of the building. And the same guy who detained me was, he said to me, "Make sure, you take him out the back so his supporters don't see him, so his supporters don't get riled up." So they took me out the back, and as I'm being escorted out on the back of the hotel, I see my friend Manny videotaping everything. I didn't get to see Manny being arrested, but Manny was videotaping everything, and then I got dragged away to the squad car and sent to the 18th Precinct, Midtown North, here in New York City.
So where is the tape? Did you get the tapes? Are all the tapes gone? What are the status on the tapes of what happened?
All right, now, I had a video camera, Anthony had a video camera, and Manny had a video camera. They were all assaulted. The cameras are all grabbed away from our hands as they were recording everything that was happening, all the assaults, all the intimidation, all the lying. We recorded everything. They were taken away from us. And when we were in the precinct, we were told by police officers that were arresting us, regular police officers, that we're going to get those things back as soon as we get out of the main prison cell. And the police officers told us we're going to get out in about 3 hours. And we're going to be out of, this whole thing after we get processed outside the 18th Precinct within 3 hours. Within a couple minutes, NYPD intelligence comes into the precinct. A whole bunch of guys, gangster types, mafiosos with suits on, all the greasy hair and everything, came in there, and they started running through everything. And they were looking through everything that I had, all my pictures, my cell phone, all the video cameras. And later the police officers told us that it was not their decision, but it was higher rank officials in the police department that said that we have to go to central bookings. Central bookings is where you get processed and when you go in front of a judge. And it is one of the worst places in New York City you could ever find yourself in. So police intelligence came in, they started looking through everything, and they're the ones who confiscated the cameras and the footage of everything that happened, all of my 3 cameras, all of the footage of what happened as criminal evidence. I came back to the police precinct with my voucher trying to get my camera back, and they said, no, it's criminal evidence. You're going to have to go to the DA. You're going to have to get a lawyer, and your lawyer is going to have to write letters and request for the evidence to be returned to you. So
that's the status. They want lawyers to now write them to try to get evidence that you should have in a case where you're going to have to defend yourself, correct?
Exactly, and this is incriminating evidence we have on these guys. I mean, this has footage of these people not telling us to leave, because criminal trespassing is when you know you're not supposed to be somewhere, and when you're told to leave and you don't leave. We were never told to leave. We were detained by NYPD intelligence, of all people. And then in the police report that my lawyer read to me Sunday, the appointed lawyer that everybody is given, he said that the police officer wrote in his own report that he told me multiple amount of times that he told me to leave, and I refused to leave. So he lied. He knowingly lied, and now they're keeping all of the footage, all of the evidence, all the video cameras at the precincts. They won't release them.
It's just incredible, Luke, especially this not being the first time that this has happened to you. You've had, security officers say they think you had bombs. Now you're being intimidated. When you have a First Amendment right to be there, InfoWars Alexa rating is better than that of Rush Limbaugh and a lot of these other mainstream talking heads who supposedly should get access to these things when they're going to ask milquetoast questions and side with these tyrants. It's unbelievable.
I was at the same hotel. I go to that hotel nearly all the time for press events. There's a lot of major events going on in there, and I always walk in there. I go to the main event, like I was walking to the Bloomberg event. I show my press passes, and I'm able to get interviews. Like I got interviews with Charlie Rose, Pataki, and Governor Patterson at that same location. So, I've been there many times with my press passes. It's not criminal trespassing. It was not a private event. It was open to the press. I am a member of the press. Do you know how many press passes I have that I was granted by CNN, MSNBC, PBS? It's just ridiculous. For saying that we're not legitimate journalists, the argument fell out the door. And that is greatly in due because of Alex Jones and all the great supporters listening out there who called the precinct up and said, this guy is a real journalist. This guy's with, INFOWARRIOR, a real news organization that has a huge following all over the world. And then they dropped the charges. But because before all the phone calls started pouring into the police station, the police officers were even telling Manny and Anthony that your boy is, I can't curse, is effed. I'm not gonna curse because he has fake press passes. Those are not fake press passes. Those are legitimate, real press passes. I even had a press pass that was granted to me during a Bill Clinton event. It's just ridiculous. It's crazy.
It is insane, Luke. How can people help? I got so many MySpace messages, so many emails over the weekend. I posted over at the InfoWarrior.com what we knew at the time and put the phone number to the precinct. I also had people send me ACLU information. Where's the nexus point? What's the email address, the website to help you guys right now?
People could do they could try to stop me like they're doing right now, but they can't stop the spirit and message of an idea as great and as big and as powerful as we are change. Nothing could stop that. And that's incredibly important, and I wish for people to get involved. This is not the end of this. We're going to make this a huge case. We're not going to stop confronting Mayor Bloomberg. We're going to keep confronting him. We're going to keep going out there. We're going to make this issue a major issue, as well as the issue of sick and dying first responders. People can get involved by going to We Are Change. We're looking for any lawyers out there that can help us with any legal advice. And we're looking for any. If you can't give legal advice, we could definitely appreciate any small donation, even if it's $5, so we could afford legal advice. Because right now I'm being represented by the state-appointed lawyer, and those are the guys usually working with the prosecution.
Yeah, let's explain how that works. The state-appointed lawyer has a close working relationship with both the prosecutor and the judge. It's almost like, I mean, they collude on such a level that they put you at an immediate disadvantage when they say they're going to provide an attorney for you.
Yeah, it surely is, and that's why we're looking for outside representation. We want to make this a huge issue. We want to countersue. We're definitely going to make this a critical issue, and we're not going to let this go away because they violated my First Amendment rights. I felt so, I felt so wronged. I mean, it's just incredible. I mean, I'm out there fighting for sick and dying rescue men and women who gave their lives to this country.